Recall that in real arithmetic, we had some real number by its reciprocal, which is the same as its reciprocal by the real number, which gave 1. So r to the minus 1 was called the multiplicative inverse of r. Now similarly, when we look at matrices, we have a matrix M by its inverse is the same as its inverse multiplied by M, which should give the identity matrix. So the identity matrix has all 1s on a diagonal and 0 everywhere else. So for example, for this 3 by 3 matrix, we have 1s on a diagonal and all 0s otherwise. Now if we can find this matrix here, that when multiplied by M gives the identity matrix, then M is a square matrix and invertible, or non-singular. Otherwise, if no such inverse can be found, then the matrix M is said to be singular. So generally, a singular matrix has rows or columns of zeros. So here is an example. So suppose we have some matrix multiplied by this singular matrix. Then remember, we can represent a matrix using column and row vectors. So for example, this matrix product can be written as n multiplied by this row vector of column vectors of S. So we can represent the first column in S as S1 and the second column as S2. And this was the same as taking n inside the matrix. So therefore what we'll get is a column vector of zeros here in the resulting matrix, and therefore this resulting matrix cannot be an identity matrix. So the inverse does not exist for this singular matrix. Now a method we can use to find the inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix, so 2 rows and 2 columns. So if we take the inverse, what we do is take the reciprocal and we multiply the diagonal elements and subtract them from each other. So what we get is A multiplied by D minus B multiplied by C. And we multiply this by a 2 by 2 matrix where we flip A and D and negate B and C. So let's try this out by calculating the inverse of M. So 1 over A multiplied by D minus B multiplied by C. So we swap A and D and negate B and C. So what we end up with is 1 on 10 multiplied by this matrix. So that would give 4 on 10, or 2/5, minus 3 on 10, 2 on 10, which is 1 on 5, and 1 on 10. So we're just multiplying a scalar by a matrix. And now if we want to verify that this is the inverse of M, then we just multiply M by the inverse. So M had the following entries, and the inverse had the following entries. So to obtain an entry in row 1, column 1, we multiply row 1 by column 1. So that'll be 1 by 2/5 plus 3 by 1/5. And row 1 by column 2 gives the next entry in row 1. So we have 1 by minus 3/10 plus 3 by 1/10. And then minus 2 by 2/5 is minus 4/5, plus 4 by 1/5. And finally we have minus 2 by minus 3/10, which is 6/10, plus 4 by 1/10, which is 4/10. So as we can see, this results in 1, 0, 0, 1, being a 2 by 2 identity matrix. And we'll develop a general method to calculate the inverse for larger matrices.